Good morning. Now, we're going to talk about the importance of consistent branding this morning, and I'd like to welcome you to PMA Facebook Live. Now, branding consistency is vital. It's extremely important to every business. But before I jump into branding consistency, I'd like to define what branding is. And branding really boils down to your customer's perception of your business. That includes personality, values, character of your business, and it extends to your storefront if you have a brick and mortar business, and your signage, any print materials, your online presence like website, social media. And it even extends to customer service, the way you interact with your customers, and team interactions, internal interactions. So branding is really important. And I mean, we know branding is important. All business owners do, and people in general understand how important branding is. But we're going to dive a little deeper and, understanding that your customer service voice and your team interactions is part of your branding, and it's important to know that. Now, where do you start? You need to do a little research. I know I mention that often on these videos, but you need to do some research and find out who are your competitors and take a look at their websites and their online presence. What do their sites look like? What's the overall feel of their sites? Take a look at the copy and just get an understanding of what's out there as far as your competitors. And you need to make a decision. Are you going to stay in line with your competitors, or are you going to do something totally different? That's up to you. Now, understanding who you are and who you serve, your customers, that's going to dictate the direction of your branding, and that's key. So think about, what do your customers care about most? What are they coming to you for? What are the most important things that they're coming to you for? The main, biggest reasons that they're seeking you out, and why are they seeking you out? That will help your website and copy when you are creating the copy for your website, or whether you have someone creating the copy. That will help you determine what is going to work and what isn't, what is going to be appealing to your customers and prospective customers. So you want to think about things like, is your content arranged on the page? Is it easy to read? How is it arranged? Is it easy to read? If you decide to list packages and pricing, is there enough information in the packages, or is there too much information where it's completely confusing and overwhelming, where customers aren't going to read through it and feel lost? The pricing, same thing. If you decide to list your pricing on your site, is it easy to understand, or is there too much information, not enough information? Put yourself in your prospective customer's shoes, and that's the best way to go about laying out your copy. Define your mission statement and vision. Now, I'm sure you hear this a lot, and it is really crucial for many pieces of your business and for many reasons. But from branding, it's very important, because all actions in communication should tie back to your mission statement and your vision. So your brand really should reflect your goals. Now, don't underestimate the importance of design and copy. The power of visual appeal is huge. So you want to create a logo that is recognizable. You want to make sure that you're using a color palette that reflects who you are. And when you understand, going back to understanding who you are and who your clients are and why they're coming to you, that's really going to help when you are designing your logo to start and you're picking your color palette. the feel, when you understand why people are coming to you and what they're coming to you for, the overall feel, it's easier to kind of choose what you're going for and know what you're going for. You're not just picking at random and what colors look best because of a color preference. It's going to reflect your company. And it really will make sense when you define and understand who you are and who your customers are. So you want to just make sure, is everything easy to digest? The font, is it too harsh? Is it too scripty? Is it confusing? You just want to make sure that, you know, it's not difficult to read. So I know that sounds simple, but that's a big one. And of course, your copy should demonstrate experience without being loaded with too much jargon, and you want to make sure that just anybody can read it and understand it clearly. Social media is like an arm of your business. It's an extension of your business. So you need to make sure that you're being very consistent with social media, and it should be similar to your website as far as the look and feel. Anything that you can customize in social media, you want to make sure you're using the same color palette. You want to make sure that the content that you're sharing and the content that you are creating on social media has the same voice or similar voice to your website. So across the board, it has the same feel, and that's where the consistency comes into play. So you are your brand. Always remain consistent. If you have any questions or feedback, we love to hear from you. Drop us a line in our comment section. And if you haven't already liked our Facebook page, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to PMA Facebook Live, and we will see you next week.